Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Introduction. Importance of Mi'raj. Since Mi'raj reveals the sublime spirituality and luminosity of the Holy Prophet, Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and his closeness to God, it is therefore extremely important and necessary to know about its realities and recognitions in the religion of Islam. Why not? Since it is the most perfect, consummate, comprehensive and universal recognition which comprises all realities and recognitions. It is the greatest capital and the invaluable treasure of the true religion. It is the same hidden treasure whose wisdom-filled mention is made in the sacred hadith. Mi'raj of the closeness of God. Those who can investigate everything in the light of Quranic wisdom know that the purpose of Mi'raj is to be spiritually close to God. This honor is granted to the prophets and imams in grades and degrees. Since it's obvious that the spirituality, recognition of and closeness to God are in numerous ranks, therefore Mi'raj also comprises many places of spirituality and luminosity. Thus, the spiritual ascent and elevation of every perfect man is a Mi'raj of his rank. A characteristic of Quranic wisdom. One of the characteristics of Quranic wisdom is that it explains and describes the same one reality through different examples and words. For instance, if Hazrat Musa is called Kalimullah, God's interlocutor, it does not mean that this honor of talking to God was confined only to him. The fact is that just as Hazrat Musa is praised for talking with God, so many other prophets are also praised in the same way. But as mentioned above, the same reality is exoterically described through different examples and words, and therefore ordinary people cannot understand it. The purpose of this explanation is that although the highest Mi'raj is attained by the Holy Prophet, its subsidiary ranks in the form of spirituality are attainable not only by all prophets and awliya, but also by those mu'mins who follow the pure character and excellent example of the Holy Prophet in religion, as can be seen in Surah 33, Ayat 21. Mi'raj and Ma'rifat, recognition. If it is accepted as a principle that Mi'raj is within the domain of Ma'rifat, and that Ma'rifat consists of spiritual observations, then it is tantamount to saying that all the events of Mi'raj are among the spiritual observations of the people of Ma'rifat. Allah's Sunnat, law, habit. Allah's Sunnat, i.e. habit or law, has always been the same. Surah 33, Ayat 62. With no fundamental change ever having occurred, and the way of merging in Allah has always remained the same. This means that the religion of Islam is eternal, and no fundamental change has occurred to any of its things. Thus, the Mi'raj was hidden in the spiritual events of the previous prophets, which became completely manifest in the time of the Holy Prophet. This means that the event of Mi'raj can be explained by the example of the other prophets mentioned in the Quran, as it is said in Surah 37, Ayat 99, about Hazrat Ibrahim, who said, "Verily, I am going to my Lord, He will guide me." The wisdom of this verse shows that Hazrat Ibrahim's going to his Lord is correct in the spiritual sense, but not in the physical one. This spiritual journey of Hazrat Ibrahim can be considered as a spiritual mihraj, and it can be presented as a bright proof of the spiritual journey and luminous mihraj of the Holy Prophet. In the light of Ismailism, a specific part of the blessed farmans of Hazrat Maulana Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah Salawatullahi alayhi is about the realities of spirit and spirituality, by studying which mu'mins come to know that the mihraj of the Holy Prophet had taken place spiritually. There are also clear allusions to the spiritual nature of mihraj in the famous book Wajhideen of Hakim Pir Nasi Khisraw. In chapter 15, section 4, particularly he says that the Holy Prophet in his spiritual mihraj had gone to the heaven of the universal soul. In the light of Sufism, according to the Sufis as well, the mihraj of the Holy Prophet took place as an inner unveiling and spiritual elevation, as Sarmad says, "He who becomes certain of the secret of his reality, i.e., his higher I, becomes more spacious in his inner world than the spacious heaven, i.e., the universe." Mullah says that Ahmad sallallahu wa alihi wasallam ascended the heaven physically, but Sarmad says that the heaven entered Ahmad sallallahu wa alihi wasallam spiritually. This booklet consists of 3 articles: Mihraj of Soul, Spirit and Spirituality, the Nature and Reality of Light. These articles were written on different occasions without the intention of being parts of a book, and therefore the interconnection is not very apparent. Yet, if they are studied carefully, it becomes clear that they discuss the same subject, which is spirituality. Therefore, with respect to meaning and reality, we can say that there is complete connection between them, and that they are the explanation and exposition of one another. Kanai Hikmat and A'rif. These are the 2 organizations of learning of our Azizan. In reality, they are not 2, but a single organization. How excellent and how joyous it is that they work as a single entity with the zeal of service and spirit of unity and unanimity. They know the secret very well that neither the sweetness or happiness of religion nor God's pleasure can be attained without unanimity and unity. I deem their religious and spiritual brotherhood and unity a form of divine mercy. Thanks be to God for this great bounty that He, through His special mercy, has showered upon our Azizan the rain of favors, due to which they have been purified from the impurities of vanity and selfishness. According to the wise Quran, Surah 57, Ayat 19, true mu'mins in the eyes of God are like the truthful, Siddiqun, and the martyrs, Shuhada, and He grants them recompense and light. The elaboration of this purport is that there are 2 kinds of martyrs: those who unsparingly sacrifice their precious lives for the sake of the protection, security, honor and progress of religion, those who have the same ambition and zeal, but from whom religion does not demand the sacrifice of lives, and therefore they are engaged in other great sacrifices to complete its goals. This explains the excellence of the service which our Azizan render from the dissemination of knowledge. O Sustainer, in your infinite mercy, grant the entire Jama'at peace and safety in this world and in the next. Ease their difficulties and grant them success in all good deeds. O true Lord, it is not beyond your infinite mercy to bestow great favor upon our Azizan and bless them in their lives, children, property and earnings, as well as increasing them in their knowledge, progress in ibadat, rank of high ambition and determination, and to enrich them with mercies and blessings in this world and the next. Your servant for knowledge, Nasir al-Din Nasir Hunzai, 1979, 29th June.